And it's near the end of day one, and this part of the video is going to come first, I think, because I'm going to explain what sort of is going on here. Ooh, as my chair falls over, let's tip back together. Basically, what's happening is I have lost my mind entirely, and so I'm selling all my stuff. And you're like, whoa, what's going on? What happened? Basically, what occurred is I applied it very early in the morning for a working holiday visa. And working holiday visas basically allow you to live and work legally in another country. I applied for Australia. It was sort of a whim. I literally typed it into Google. I was like, working holiday visa. And the first page that came up was actually the application page for the Australian working holiday visa. 3 minutes of effort. Just had to kind of throw the credit card number at it and a passport number. Now, the guaranteed turnaround time was 2 months. That was the expected turnaround time, and it came back in 3 hours. Welcome to Australia, come on over, have some fun. So, considering my options and balancing my my lifestyle, I decided that it may be worth trying. At the age of 28, I have 2 more years before most countries will not, especially within the Commonwealth, will not accept people over 30 for working holiday visas. Now, you might be wondering why this is called Fuck It Yolo 2013 Quinn versus Australia Better Than Brock. Most of that should be obvious, except for the better than Brock part. And this is where most people are going to be polarized by the idea. I am doing this publicly. I am sharing this, and I'll be honest here. The whole point of this trip is to kind of do something new for the blog. My blog doesn't make me money. Not many people read it, but it's a really good way for me to remember my life, and it's a really good way to document the things that I do, and to kind of encourage me to live the way that I would like to live. So that's part of it. So this whole process is basically to make some content for the blog. Now, my initial plan, or the whole basis of my plan, and you probably already read the post, so this is nothing new, is I'm just going to go over there, work full time, and do what I do now. Live in my little tiny room. I just want to point out, we'll do a 360 here. There's the bed. Now it's kind of messy because I've been literally pulling everything apart out of the cupboards and all my storage bins and sort of organizing it for sale. But yeah, it's nothing really special. And this is my life at this point. There is a furnace in here. I just want to point that out. And at some point during this video, it will come on and drown out the sound. See, that's the whole deal here. I'm really not succeeding or doing well. I'm just kind of staying afloat here, and I might as well try it somewhere else. But the only issue is that they only allow me to be there for a year. So I'm going to make it worth it. And I'm a car nerd. I really am a huge car nerd. Because in 1979, Peter Brock set a lap record. Hey, remember that time I said the furnace was going to come on? Yeah, there it is. It does that. So anyways, in 1979, Peter Brock set a lap record at Bathurst. Bathurst is a racing track, Mount Panorama, just in Bathurst, Australia. I believe it's New South Wales. In any case, it is a really interesting racing series because it's 3 major straightaways, almost a complete square block. And the straightaways, you're almost up. If you had you'd be maxing out 5th gear, just bombing along. They're really long. But for some reason, the 4th segment, which is about halfway through the course, the lap ends on the opposite side of it, is a mountain. The mountain climb. It's an uphill and a downhill, also in one segment. And it's kind of one of the most interesting racing circuits in the world because you have to be fast and technical. So anyways, they run it often, at least once a year. Anyways, it's a touring car style racing. And in 1979, Peter Brock, he had won it multiple times before. He's considered Australia's best racing driver. but he finished 6 laps ahead of everybody else. 6 laps ahead of everybody else in an endurance race, which is, it was a gigantic win back then. But he also set his fastest lap at the end. And I decided, you know what? Let's beat him. Let's beat that lap. I'm going to spend this next year, and we're going to build a car from nothing, and that's really not uncommon to myself, is I generally build cars from absolutely nothing. Speaking of which, I do have a couple cars that I built from nothing for sale. Yeah, good luck. But we're going to try it again. We're going to do it in Australia this time, and the sole purpose is to run 1 lap. A whole year to do 1 lap. And that's fucking retarded. I actually think it's fucking retarded. But if I don't do it, I will feel worse than I would if I tried. So here we go. That's what we're doing. So now you're sort of caught up. There will be like I mentioned, like I will be mentioning, there will be a video with all the stuff that I have for sale, as well as some documented stuff, and I think I'll put some hats up for sale as well, and maybe help sort of fund this trip, because it is surprisingly expensive. And today has been a very shocking day. I've gone through quite a bunch of emotions. It is the end of the day now, but like a good movie, the end starts first, and the first comes at the middle, and the ending comes at the end somehow, or the middle comes at the end, because they like to play around with timelines and all that crazy stuff. Yeah, so it's been quite a stressful day.
So here we are, the first day of Fuck It YOLO 2013, Quinn versus Australia, better than Brock. That's the official title of the whole thing. Like, this is day one. This is the first video. This is number one. This is the initial introduction via moving objects. And here I am, stuck at a light that I ran out of fucking gas. Gas gauge doesn't work in my car. Yeah, I put $10 in the other night. I'm like, yeah, I should be good. I should be fine. I'll get gas in a little bit. No, here I am. I'm stuck at a corner. It's a busy corner too. It's about 10:30, almost 11 in the morning, and it's the corner of two major it's a big intersection. I'm now blocking the traffic. A bus drove past me currently, or really recently, and he was within a couple inches of the car. It was fuck. I have to sell the car. Fuck. So I'm trying to keep it as best shape, but everything fucking keeps breaking lately, and I'm gonna admit this. Like the gas gauge was working up until a couple days ago, then just fucked off. Then I was like, I'm gonna go over to the girlfriend's house and take her Christmas gift over there. So I'm like, start it up. Starts up fine. Go turn on the wipers, because it's it's a bit cold out, it's a bit wet. Fucking wiper linkage breaks then too. I want to get it, like the car's a nice car. I want to get some decent money for it so that I can, pay for this trip. If you haven't read the post, if you haven't seen any information on this yet, basically what's happening is I lost my fucking mind and I applied to go to Australia, and they, it was kind of a whim and a joke at like 3 in the morning. I typed it into the Australian website. They have just a website for applying to get a visa. Typed in there. It literally actually took 3 minutes to input the data. I threw in the credit card number. Kapow! 3 hours later, it was supposed to be a 2-month wait. 3 hours later, they get back to me saying, "Yeah, welcome to Australia." So I figured, let's do this. Let's go for it. Now, that's the fuck it YOLO part, right? Hashtag amazing, super fantastic 2013. However, I realized that I wouldn't really be doing anything different. Australia is basically going to be a little bit tougher than it is here, and I'm not doing a very good job here. They have much stricter laws on their automobiles. Although less rust, more sunny weather than Victoria, it does happen to be like +5 out, and it's December 22nd. The world is not ended, but I've been wanting to do this essentially all my life, is go to another country and really try to make it on my own. I am 28 now, and the cutoff for almost all working holiday visas, which is essentially the only visa I could get without going to school, and I cannot afford, there's just absolutely no way I can afford school. I have zero people backing me and zero any sort of money or skills or anything like that to even pay for the damn thing. But anyways, so I have to use working holiday visa. Well, the cutoff is the age of 30, so now's the time. So I figured, let's do this. Let's sell our automobiles and let's go out. So I'm out collecting some materials to begin packing and selling all my things. And here we are, stuck at an intersection, out of gas. Joel and Warren, we're looking at our guests here. Joel and Warren are on their way across the street to come rescue me in this traffic mess. Now, I'm not the cause of the traffic mess. Poor city planning is, so we're good. I'm in the bike lane mostly, a little bit out of the way, but we're not too bad. There they are, my heroes and saviors, coming to save me. Fucking Yolo 2013. So here we are. This is work. This is Lordco. It's gonna be one of my videos. We sell auto parts here. Lots of auto parts. Here's Karen hanging out, doing her hair.
I know. But
Yeah, there she is. Oh, Tom's giving her a high five.
I mean, the parts aren't too expensive.
Jeff's working on the phone. He's doing his stuff.
I mean, I can do the framework.
Grant's hanging out, doing like his normal thing where he looks like he's writing and being very busy. And Terry is enjoying himself as usual. Yeah, there he is. What's that?
I did turn that off.
So yeah, this is the workstation. This is where things happen. It is off currently.
That
We'll
is
bump
what
that.
it looks like when Quinn's working.
Yeah,
Absolutely
usually off.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing happening. There's books and catalogs. If you're ever curious, there's secretly hidden behind all the counters is books and catalogs. There's lots of information in those guys. Like Daco, 1990 through 2000 passenger car, light truck, and van applications. I assume it's just, well, people are interested. They're curious to what's going on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we carry a lot of aftermarket. See, the air goes down in there. Zoom. Anyways. Oh, look. Oh, embarrassed.
Stop.
Embarrassed. Okay, I'm going to go pay for my my purchase. I purchased some stuff in relation to packing some of that stuff that I have for sale. In relation to part number FIY 13QVABTB. That's the part number. Oh, we don't like to be on. Oh, we're doing work. There's Andrea doing some work. Shannon's hiding her face. Look at that. Oh, hiding the face. I'm just doing a video. You're just going to be on the internet. It's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, actually.
No.
Like, literally.
No.
Oh. Later on, she consented to being in the video. Yeah.
Later on, your phone's going to be smashed.
Okay, I'm okay with that. It's on.
Quinn,
Yeah.
say it.
Oh, it's item number 27!
No, Quinn.
What?
Just 27.
Oh,
Pause for silence. Wait a second.
27.
There you go.
She made me do that. She made me do it.
Lights it on.
Shannon's been helping me pack. A bit conflicting for her interests because she wants me to go, but obviously doesn't want me to go. We've been doing some sort of inventory of the stuff I have, and the stuff I will be selling. So we have some suggested retail prices of our items. So we're up to 16 items, but I think we'll probably get into the 50 some odd items. We still haven't covered lots of things, including the cars. The cars will be on there as well. Yeah. So today, what happened today? We woke up, obviously, and in a previous video, or even earlier in this video, you saw me on the side of the road, broken down, out of gas.
Crying.
Were
you crying?
I wasn't crying, no.
Tell the truth.
I've been stressed out enough during this process that I've been close to tears. Yeah. This is surprisingly stressful. You're also vibrating because you're receiving a text message. Yeah, that was quite the vibration. We got superchargers. They are fancy. I want some money for those guys because they're tough to get. We've got some wire wheels. They're also for sale. The WEDs are already sold. Super desirable stuff goes quick. Sorry. And most of my Bozozoku items have been already packaged. You'll see the video with all the items up for sale soon. Yeah, I have a fetish for mirrors. I apologize. I've got a whole bunch of fetishes for mirrors. Just a weird thing. I have a lot of different mirrors. I even have one I haven't even covered yet in the other video. So, yeah, lots of stuff. Time for lunch. Time for lunch. Stressed out. I'm going to get Peter Brock. I'm going to get him. He's dead already, but that makes it easier.